hoping to garden this week, so I decided just to keep going on this album. The rest of it is so very easy. We have accomplished so much in 2 days, and I'm really liking this album. So we're going to work on pages 6 and 7 today. And as I told you before, it has a repeat of the beginning of the album where I just add some birdie background paper from the digital mix, and I'm going to be placing that on the flat page before the score and this page, and then I'm going to make a little pocket on the 2-inch right and add a cover to that. We'll then work on our 2 little folders that will be able to hold photos or journaling. The front one we already made, but it has no decorations in it, so I've picked out some papers to decorate it with. But let's start with page 6 and 7. Now, last time we worked on the flip flap album or waterfall in the center of page 4. So we have 3 done, 4 done, 5 done. Flip over the flap page and we have number 6. Now some of you might choose a much bolder print and want more design in your pages, and mine could be called boring, but I think the photos will do it justice, so I'm not worried about that. And after this anything but a lecture, after this tutorial, I will have just the decorations left, decorations and photo. And that's really going to be fun because there's quite a few implements in the digital paper kit that I purchased from Etsy. And the very first day on Elaine's Willing Hands, I gave you the link to that. But I think under this one, I'll give you the link to that again in case you want to do a bird album or have bird as your decorations for your album. She also has other color birds. This just happened to be one of my favorites. I'm still not used to the double-sided tape. I'm used to a tape runner. But this is very, very secure. So, to see this, I just want to see the edge of my page here. I want to center this and have a little bit of black all around for page 6. And I'm going to open up my fold page so I can get at it to burnish down the back of that. Okay, now we'll do page 7. Exactly the same as this. In fact, it's the other half of an 8.5 by 11 paper, which I printed. And it's just cut down to 5 7/8 by 8 1/4, so that the original size of the album, which is 8.5 tall. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use this knife or not. I had my first blood. I think the pokey thing I am just more used to. Let's see, where to go? Oh, because I'm bleeding, I think I'll go back to the pokey thing, even if it takes me a little bit longer. Now these do not have a lot of weight on it. It's just going to have photos and a few embellishments, so I'm not going to worry about adding any more adhesive than the paper-backed adhesive. There we go. Now these birds do have a direction, so we want to be careful with that. And I want it to line up perfectly with the one beside it, because the one under the pocket will not show. Oh, look. This is a tad bit taller. I can't go for that. even though I already have the adhesive on, I am going to slice off just a little bit. I want that size to match better. That's down. Now to start the pocket, I'm just going to run a little line of glue here. I'm going to burnish it so it's definitely clean up my mess. And now I really liked how these ones alternated between dark, dark, dark of an overall print. And so I'm going from dark at the bottom to dark to the top for this piece. Same exact paper, just flipped around. Gives it a little variation. Dark at the top. I'm going to center it into this 2-inch pocket. There we go. Okay. Now this is sort of going to be a double pocket where you can slide small things in here or behind this big one. So I'm going to move this back a bit. This will be adhered to here, and it's only going to be adhered to here. So this pocket is not going to open from the right, or this little folder. It's going to open from the left. So as you notice, I put a negative sign and a positive sign so we can use our last 2 magnets from the basic gray magnets. I'm going to put a photo that faces inward. Now I have used this photo before, but I think because it's so small, it's okay. I just love this set of birds. And it has a gorgeous butterfly here and beautiful tulips. So I'm going to use that for the cover of my little portfolio, or folder, I'm not sure what you call it. And I used a bigger 3/8 inch in the middle. I'm not the neatest taper, but it is important, whoops, to get all your sides, your corners attached. You don't want them falling off or becoming loose when people are looking at your folio. And I did burnish this before, but we'll make sure we burnish it when it's down too. Okay, I think it's one more. I'm not used to so much adhesive, but I can see why we need a lot of adhesive so it doesn't come loose. It's not like an album that has a lot of plastic over it. So it's opening on the left, and now I'm going to center it so it has a little bit of black all around. I actually wanted the middle page, the inside page I chose to be the cover, but she was sort of facing the wrong way and she was too short. So instead, I'm going to put her in here. But before I adhere these inside covers, here there can be 2 small photos or 1 large photo, I am going to put our magnets on. So I have my last positive, my last negative. I actually put positive there to remember what I wanted. Taking off the protective paper over the adhesive. Sure am. There it goes. And I'm going to put it in about 1 inch and sort of centered. Now this one, I can lay right on top of it. Remove the cover and close. Oh, it's going this way. I should put a Band-Aid on here. Close the front and just push down. As before, you see my circle wasn't quite in the right place. As before, I think I'll just put a little piece of Scotch tape over it. Added protection. remembering that I'm going to have a border, and this is